Hello students, today I'm going to help you do an assembly of the toy truck. To make this, we're going to go to File and go up to New, and we're going to choose a metric, an assembly file, and I want you to choose the standard millimeter one just here. So select that and then click Create or press Enter, either or. To begin with, we're going to turn on our origin planes. So just select the top through to the bottom here, like I've done, right click, and then come down and just select visibility. So now, check this out. You go to your home screen, you can see all of the different planes. Alright. So now that we've got the planes turned on, I'd like to bring in my first component. So that's where I use this place folder up here. So click on place, and if you navigate to where you've saved your design files, you can then come on down and find the one that says body and go open. Now it's going to drop that in here. There it is, and press escape, otherwise it's going to keep drawing more and more of them. The first thing I'm going to do is just flip that around so that the bottom of the truck is on the bottom of our work plane. So I'm going to do a constraint, and I'm simply going to choose this mate from this pop-up box, and I'm going to tell the program that I'd like to mate the bottom of the truck. So I just drag it away a little bit. So we're going to constraint, drag that out, click on the bottom of the truck there, click on the ground plane and apply. That'll lock that in. What I want to do is get it symmetrically about the work plane. So if I click on this surface and on this plane, I can then get rid of that offset at 0. It's going to make them together. I don't want it there though, I want it symmetrically about. So in this instance, I know the thickness of the wood is 42. I'm going to make this 21. It's gone the wrong way, so just click on this side and put a minus there, and that will put it in the middle. Alright, see how that work plane is now cutting through the center of the body. Hit apply. We have to do the same here. So the toy truck is 139 long. So if you apply a mate from this surface and zoom in and get this surface here, with this work plane, and just get rid of that offset. So that's 0. And then we're going to work out half of 139. So an easy way to do that is just make it 140. So 70 and 70 is 140. So it'll be 69.5. So it goes 69.5. And it's going the wrong way. So just put the minus in here and hit OK. So now our body of our truck is symmetrically placed around all of the work planes. That's going to be really handy for when we want to bring components in, because we've got 4 wheels, we can mirror them, and that'll save us a lot of time down the track by just doing a few extra steps at the beginning. From here, I'm going to start placing some extra components. So now I'm going to place the cabin. Go open and drop that in just near where you need to go. From here, I'm going to do a constraint, and we're going to choose mate, and you need to zoom in and choose the bottom surface of the cabin, and then zoom in and choose the bottom surface of the notch section there, and click apply. Right. So now, if you press escape, you can actually drag that around, and you can see that it goes through the object. I wouldn't do that in real life, so I'm just going to bring it out for now and do another constraint. I'm going to zoom in and get the bottom edge and the side edge over here and put them together. In this instance, it's gone on the wrong side. So if I use, instead of aligned, if I go to opposed, it flips it around the right way for me and go apply. So that looks like it's just, oh yeah, it's in position there. So what I'm going to do now is try and get the front edge. So I bring that out for a sec and go constraint and mate and select that front edge and turn my drawing around. So if I hold shift down on the keyboard, click my mouse scrolly wheel in while holding shift, and I can actually orb around and zoom in and select that bottom edge there. And for some reason my offsets come up I want that to be 0, and that will then, if I zoom out, you can see that puts the cabin in position, and I've got 3 relationships, and that's locked it in. I can't move that around. Alright, it's totally locked. From here, we're going to put in the motor. So we go to place again, open that folder, find your engine and open that up. It's going to bring it over near the front of the car or the truck and press escape. I'm now going to go to constrain, click on mate, and that's in the way. I'm just going to pull that over here for a sec. Choose the bottom surface and the top of the cabin, or the top of the chassis there, and drop that in, go apply. So you can actually slide that around and see that it's now sliding on the top surface there. What I'll do is get this back of the engine to come up against the cabin here with the constrain tool again. So lots of mating surfaces together. Make sure you zoom in, get the right surface, and then zoom out and zoom in, get the correct surface here, and apply. Alright. From here, what I'm going to try and do is get this edge where my mouse is and this edge to lock together. So constrain, I'm going to do a mate, I'm going to make sure I've just got that edge selected and this edge selected. For some reason there's an offset glitch, it keeps coming up. I'll just change that to 0 and go OK. Alright, so now I've got my chassis, I've got the cabin, got the engine. From here I could put the axles in position. So if I go to place, and actually you don't need, because it's symmetrically balanced around all those work planes, I can just bring in one axle and drop that in and do it at the back and press escape. We can mirror that later to save us a bit of time. So what I'm going to do is do a constrain, and this time it's a little bit of a different mate because it's a cylinder. I'm going to get the axle, or the axis here, that red center line, and then I'm going to get the red center line through here, and I'm going to apply that. Check this out. You can slide that through. We sort of want to make that stay in the middle. So to do that, I'm going to apply a constraint. I'm going to do a mate, and I'm going to do this surface and the side of the truck, and the offset needs to be 0. So that brings it in flush, as you can see. But we do need to put the wheels on. So the wheels are 12mm thick, but if we have it at 12, it's going to rub. So if you make it 12.5, it's gone the wrong way. So just click on the other side, or bring your cursor across, put in the minus, check it out. It's come back through. Click apply. So if you zoom that around this side, you can see you've got even overhang. And now if I grab that, it's locked in position, it still spins around, the wheels will turn, but the axle won't slide out now. Alright, next up, we're going to bring in a wheel. So over to the top left, click place. You're going to scroll down, find your wheel, open, and just place it near your axle. Just bring in one, press escape there. What I'm going to do now is very similar. Find that center axle, so constrain, mate, zoom in here. There it is, that center red line, click that. And then on the axle, that center red line there. And OK, or apply. And we're also going to make the wheel here, like this end, and the end of the axle flush. So what we're going to do is another constrain, make this surface and that surface, and go apply. Right, so rather than bringing a wheel in and creating all those relationships, to save a bit of time, we can actually use the mirror tool in this instance. This little dialog box pops up when you click on the mirror command up here, and it says what is the component. So you can select the wheel. You can also select the wheel from over here, and that highlights the entire component. And it's asking you what is the mirror plane. So you need to click on this red arrow and come down and click on the YZ plane in this instance. You can see on the back side there, it's got a little green like preview of where the wheel is going to go. So if I click next, it brings up this little transaction box of what's going to occur. Click OK, and then check this out. Wheel on the other side. Didn't have to do any of the mating, aligning, all those like offsets and locking it in. So that saves a lot of time. But even better, because we've got this middle mirror plane here, check this out. We can do a mirror with the axle and the wheels on it. So here, what is it that you want to mirror? Tell it you want to do this one, hold shift in, and the axle. All right, and say if they're all selected. Yeah, so it's got the blue selected, all those. The mirror plane, it's going to be the same, well, the middle mirror plane here, and then boom, look at that. Just saved yourself a good 5 minutes of faffing about. So that looks good. That is it. I guess for aesthetics, it would be good if we could select all of these again. Right click on here and just turn off the visibility. What else? Oh, that line's a bit hard to see, so maybe go to View and then go Visual Style and go Shaded with Edges. That just makes it a little bit easier to see that windscreen here. But yeah, save that in your folders, and that looks really good. Another cool trick I learned about is the shadows. They're turned off at the moment. You can turn shadows on. Let's see the difference it makes. It makes it a little bit darker where your light source is coming from. And if you want to play with changing that, you can actually click on here. Go, that's actually upside down. We'll make this here. Set current view as the front. Alright. And then we'll click that back in here. And then you can see the shadows underneath it there. Alright. So have some fun with that. And thanks for watching.